I talk a lot about, in the book, I talk a lot about testing. I'm a big fan of gut testing because if we don't know why, we can't fix it.
Right.
There is no how if you don't know why.
And of course, insurance doesn't cover that.
Of course not. Of course not.
Nothing.
But they're not horribly expensive. I have an overall microbiome test that's phenomenal, and it'll tell you all the bad bacteria that don't belong there. It'll tell you all the good bacteria that should be there and which ones aren't, so that instead of spending $80 on a probiotic, that you already have plenty of that, right? Because in our guts, if people don't know, we're trying to grow gardens of wildflowers in our guts, right? That's how I want you to think of your gut. Not not a bed of tulips, right?
Yeah.
So if you constantly give your gut one kind of seed, you're going to get one kind of flower.
Yeah.
So we're constantly trying to mix up our microbial diversity in the foods that we eat, because the foods that we eat feed the seeds, right? And we have to make sure that the dirt or the lining is receptive to the seeds. I love the gardening analogy because I'm a gardener.
And it's easy to understand too.
Yeah, I think so, because I think people get confused. And I think people think probiotics are a cure-all. I had a text from a friend a week ago who has a teenage son, and she was like, what probiotic should I give Michael? And I was like, for what? Well, he's just not eating well, and I'm worried about his gut health.